Hi, I'm Dr. Chris. This season of love whispers words about relationships, reunions, and reconciliation. I wonder, what are you doing already that you could do a little bit differently to improve your relationship? Let's talk about the way you say, or don't say, I'm sorry. Remember the movie in 1970? It was an award-winning movie called Love Story, and it gave us a losing philosophy for life. This movie launched the catchphrase, love means never having to say you're sorry. And now people all over the world have permission to withhold these really important words. Why have these words been so ignored and misused? Well, Leroy Gibbs from NCIS says that they are a sign of weakness. Pop psychology says they just stir up too much vulnerability. I know sometimes I'm tempted to withhold these words because I'm worried it's going to let someone off the hook. Or maybe I'm just trying to shift the responsibility elsewhere. It's so much easier to say I'm sorry with a greeting card, right? On the other hand, I'll catch myself saying I'm sorry way too often to some people. It's an unconscious habit, and I just blurt these words out at the beginning and the end of every sentence. I wonder if in those relationships, what's really going on is I lack confidence, or I'm worried about constant criticism. Perhaps I'm really craving approval or acceptance and not actually expressing an apology. When I say I'm sorry well, I move the relationship from the cognitive to the emotional, from the head to the heart. And when my apology introduces feelings, it ushers in sympathy and, better yet, compassion. To be sorry, which is very different than saying sorry, is to actually feel the pain I've caused. Why does this matter? It matters because when we are with someone in their pain, anyone in their pain, no matter how big and small, that's when relationships change and healing lasts. The words I'm sorry are for those needing to hear them as much as for those needing to say them. It's not enough for you to imply them or leave someone imagining them. Hearing them silences the voices in our head that are questioning who, what, did I just imagine that? And if you are in the habit of constantly apologizing, well, try to notice what you're really feeling and what you want to say. You see, we heal by sharing our stories. And I think the words, I'm sorry, can be a really important part of our story that creates new beginnings and hopefully happier endings. The spoken apology is this opening to understanding. And hey, it doesn't necessarily mean resolution or even reconciliation, but it helps us understand. It helps us understand how we offend and hurt or are just inconsiderate to others, and how a good apology heals. So this season of love, don't forget to improve your apology habit to one of intentional focus that puts your whole self into it. Because love means knowing when, why, and how to say, I'm sorry.